Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Cougars. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Cougars. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Play action, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
Allen's throw is complete. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Now Allen. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering. Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And here are the Chicago defensive starters. Devin McCourty is one half of twins that can cover just about anyone in the league. A top-notch player who can play corner or safety.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And here's Allen. Going to throw again. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that told me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Ready. 18 Gator. Target. You go target.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
I I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The throw over the middle, taken in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hunt. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On the run, this is Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready, break. Crunch, crunch, crunch. 3 down.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 yards on that play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. 2nd and 4. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Zach Pascal there to make the grab, and his guys have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially, that... go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with help. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the... ...43-yard line, that's where they'll take over. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Allen. This is caught by Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Allen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Allen hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2nd and 6. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Allen going deep here. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keenan Allen, 58 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will get him one closer. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Taylor. And caught it up. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Complete to Washington. 30. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 49 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On the draw, Connor. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 2nd and 3. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. He'll look to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Back to throw again. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
It's just me and you.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. We've already punched 2 tickets to the championship round this weekend. We'll get back to you guys and punch a 3rd in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC divisional round game. And it's the Houston Texans who are not done yet as they knock off the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you